5 ways to mix up your walk to improve strength and also add a little bit of fun to your walking routine. We had backward walking, we had crisscross walking, we had Namba walking, we had sidestepping, and then finally we had the non-walk variation of skipping. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're interested in livening up your walking routine, you've come to the right place. In this video, I'm going to review 5 ways to mix up your walk for greater fitness benefits. This is based on an article from prevention.com that was pointed out to me from one of my subscribers. If you're new to the channel, I'm Dr. Todd Martin, creator of the Walking Code. Drop me a comment and let me know what you think. Which of these 5 walking variations did you find the most fun or the most challenging? Our first walking variation is going to be walking backward or retro walking. This is becoming really popular with therapists and YouTubers who are working on trying to improve people's balance and mobility by having them walk backwards instead of walking forward. It can be good for rehabbing from an injury or from a stroke. So what we're going to be doing is walking backward, and I'm just going to demonstrate what walking backward should look like. And it looks, when done correctly, like just the reverse of walking forward. Like you took my walking forward video and just played it backward. When we're walking backward, what we need to do is reverse the upper waist rotation, which controls the arm swing. What I mean by that, instead of turning towards the swing leg as we did when we were walking forward, we're going to turn the upper waist toward the standing leg. So here's my standing right leg. I'm going to turn the upper waist toward the right standing leg, meaning I'm turning forward and around on the left side of my upper waist, projecting the left arm forward. And then when I place the ball on my foot, I'm going to begin turning the right side forward. And that's how I do the walking backward. Of course, one thing to watch out for when walking backwards, since you can't see behind yourself, you need to find a safe location. You can do this by walking backward on a treadmill or find an indoor or outdoor space that is blocked off in a very measured distance where you know there's nothing dangerous and you can do short distances of walking backward, turn around and reverse yourself so you can do it safely. Variation number 2 is going to be crisscross walking, or crossing one leg in front of the other as we move forward. This is going to be akin to what you would see models doing on the runway. The placement of the foot will not be on the heel like we walk when we're walking forward. It's going to be on the ball based on the mechanics of the core. And that would fit the idea that most models, when they're doing this, are going to be doing this in very high heels. So their foot is going to be angled downward naturally, and placing on the ball is going to fit with that more so than having the ankle dorsiflexed. So what we're going to do is begin with our feet together, and you're going to lift one leg up, knee forward, and then cross it over and place the ball on the ground. Then you're going to shift forward without rotating the body, and then we're going to kick up the swing leg and then place it down on the ball, crossing over the rear leg. Shift forward without rotating, kick up the swing leg, and place it down. The next variation is going to be Namba Walking. Namba Walking was done by samurai in order to keep their bodies facing forward as they moved. And from some further reading, I also saw that when Japanese women were wearing kimonos that were very tightly fit around the knees, so you couldn't get a long stride, Namba walking was also used in that situation. Now in Namba walking, what we're doing, instead of moving forward with the left arm and the right leg, which is what most people do when walking correctly, we are actually going to move forward with the same arm and leg, right arm, right leg, same side of the body, left arm, left leg. Now, when you Namba walk, it changes the nature of how you place your foot. And what's going to happen is kind of like in the crisscross walk, we're going to be placing on the ball of the foot. And the other thing that you're going to notice if you do it correctly is as you swing forward with your left leg and left arm, the left arm is going to rise a little bit. So the arms are going to be going in this fashion rather than this fashion. In the slow version, we're going to place the ball of the foot, shift forward with no rotation, and then move forward on the opposite side. Shift and then swing forward. And this is what it's going to look like. So the feet are going to retrograde back from the ball to the heel instead of forward from the heel to the ball. And we can even reverse that and go backward. When we're going forward, as we swing through, you're going to need to rotate forward from your upper waist on the same side as the swing leg. So they're going to move together. And then you're going to shift weight and then move your waist forward on the opposite side. Shift forward and then move forward on the opposite side of the core. That's what it's going to look like. Now what we're going to do is pick up the pace a little bit, and this is where Namba walking is going to become very fun, where we're going to start using the glutes with a bit of a push as we swing the swing leg forward, and we're going to get a much more rapid pace of the Namba walking. So that's going to be much more quick. And it's going to be very rapid cycling of the feet, and you're going to get a lot more cardio out of that version of Namba walking. Variation 4 may be more familiar than the other ones to most of you, and that is going to be sidestepping. This is something you'd be familiar with if you've done exercise classes or any type of dancing class or routines before, because sidestepping is very common. This is going to be opening the legs and placing directly to the side, closing, shifting your weight, and then opening up again. So we're doing side steps, and this is going to be easy to reverse directions. So you can take 5 to 10 steps in one direction and then 5 to 10 steps in the other direction. This is going to be good for helping with your waist coordination, and it's also going to help with the abductor strength of your hips, this bringing the leg out to the side strength. We can level up that strength by putting stretch bands around our ankles. And then so when we step to the side, we're going to get more workout here in the side glutes and our hip abductors by stretching that exercise band as we do this routine. You can try to combine this with sidestepping, a little forward Namba walking, sidestepping, and then a little backward Namba walking if you want to mix it up and make it a bit more fun. Our fifth and final walking variation is in fact not a walk. We're going to be doing skipping. Most of us are probably familiar with skipping from our childhood, and we're going to demonstrate that here. We're going to shift, we're going to do a hop and land on the same foot that we just hopped on, then place the other foot forward. Shift forward, hop up, land, and place. It's great for cardio because we're actually doing a jump and not strictly a walk. If you're familiar with the definition of walking, when we're walking, one foot has to be on the ground at all times. We never completely leave the ground when we're walking, as opposed to jumping, leaping, hopping, skipping. All of those things require both feet to be off the ground at one period of time, and that is the case with the skipping, because we're going to do a skip, land. The skip is basically a hop, skip, and a jump, if you've heard that term. The hop, land, move forward. Shift, hop, land, move forward. So that is the basic technique for skipping. You can skip forward. You can also skip backward. And so you can do it in a small space if you reverse yourself. Again, because we're getting off the ground, much better for the cardio, and you can mix this up with the other 5 variations to make a very fun walking fitness routine for yourself. So there we have it, folks. 5 ways to mix up your walk to improve strength and also add a little bit of fun to your walking routine. We had backward walking. We had crisscross walking. We had Namba walking. We had sidestepping. And then finally, we had the non-walk variation of skipping. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to click that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. Drop me a comment and let me know what you think. Which of these 5 walking variations did you find the most fun or the most challenging? I'll see you in the next one.